Hi everybody, this is the tutorial for Heartbreakdown. My name is Billy from Piano and Pies. Let's get stuck straight in. In order to play this the easiest, we need a capo on the first fret. If you're in need of a capo, there is a link to one in the description below, so feel free to check that out. However, let's dig straight in with the first verse. So this is when the vocal part comes in, and what we have is a finger picking part. Now it's worth mentioning that if you want an easy version for this, let's say you just want to strum some chords and not play the actual finger picking part, later on in the video I'll be demonstrating that, so that's the easier version, but first I'm going to go over all the parts for the finger picking. So the verse starts off with a G major chord. Now, I tend to shape the chord, but you won't actually need all of the notes that are actually being pressed down. So you can get away with a finger on the 3rd fret, so 1, 2, 3, up from the capo. And what we do is we play the E string with the thumb. We then have the B and the G strings together, that's open, so no fingers on that. Then we alternate between the E, D, E, B strings. So again, just there's only one finger being pressed down, and we go. And we're going to loop that round. Now this is the G shape. We're going to see this a ton in this song. So yeah, make sure that you get used to this pattern. And for the first verse, when the vocal part comes in, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We then go to what is technically a C/G chord, which is 3 on the E string again. I've put my ring finger there now because I need my pointy finger on fret 1 of the B string. And I'm going to use the same type of pattern with the strings. In fact, it is exactly the same. And we do that 4 times. The third part of the verse is an A minor chord, and I do want to shape the full A minor of this because we're using most of the fingers here, which is an open A, 2, 2 on the D and G, 1 on the B and an open E. And we're following again the same type of pattern. We have an open A string, so we're not playing the low string, that is the main difference. Open A, you got the B and G, which are those 2 notes, together. A, D, A, B. So slowly that A minor section. 4 times. And the last chord we need is a D7 chord, which is an open D string, 2 on the G, 1 on the B and 2 on the high E string. And we follow basically the same idea. However, there's just little small differences. So we have an open D string with the thumb, and then going to play all 3 of the bottom strings, G, B and D, together. And then D, G, D, B. And we do that 4 times. Now, that is the first verse. So it's worth mentioning that there's lots of different parts going on with this song. You've already seen quite a few chords. There's going to be even more later on in the song. So if you'd like the tab that you've seen on the screen for the full song, as well as a chord chart of all the chords, as well as the chords and lyrics matched up, let's say you want to sing along or play along and you need to know which chord goes with which lyric, then head on over to Patreon. The link is in the description for that. And for the price of a coffee, you get access to those 3 sheets plus close to 500 other songs of the latest releases. Anyway, what we're going to do is play through that full verse nice and slow so you can see how those chords come together. Then I'll show you the next part of the song, which has 1 or 2 minor differences. So we start off with that G shape. Then we go to that C shape. Then the A minor. And then the D7. Now looking over to my notes, verse number 2 is the same. That won't be true for the next part of the song, which is the chorus. Now the chorus does actually start with the G chord, so it starts off the same. Now we do go to a C major chord, but this time it's the full C major shape. So we need 3 on the A, 2 on the D, an open G, 1 on the B, and an open E string. And what we do is we play the A string, B in the G, A, D, A, B. And we play that through twice. Before going back to the G. We then go to the C shape. Then the G shape. Then we have a C shape moved up 2 frets and play that pattern. So again, using the same type of strumming, it's all on the tab there. So I'm now going to play the full chorus because there's a few new different parts going on there. New chord changes and a new shape up there, which is a D sus chord. Here we go. So starting off with G. C, G, C, D, we then get to the post-chorus. The post-chorus introduces, yet again, more new chords and new patterns. So we start off with, technically, an E minor chord. You could use that, which is the E minor shape. We won't need the actual number 2 on the A string, though, for this. So it is just that finger that we need. So fret 2 on the D. And we play open E, B and G, E, D, E, B. You only do that once, though, before putting 2 on the E string, keeping 2 on the D string there. Bit of a strange sounding chord, it's a passing chord. And then we go to the G shape. Then C. Then we go back to the E, but for a full bar, so 2 lots round. C, then up to the D sus, and then finish it off with E minor. So yeah, that post-chorus, really full on with brand new shapes. I'm going to play through all of that without me talking over the top of it. We then get some good news. We have a third and fourth verse, exactly the same as the first and second. We then get a chorus and post-chorus, thankfully the same as that, so everything just repeats itself. There is one other main part to this song, and that is the bridge section. Now the bridge section starts off with the E minor shape going to this passing chord shape, so we have seen that before, but this bridge section, yeah, just starts off with it. Then we go to the G shape. And this is where we start to get something that is completely new. We have the A minor shape. Then the 2 moves up to there with 1 in the B string. So that's a A minor / B, and then it goes to C. So I'm going to play that full bridge again without me talking so you can see how it fits together. We then get a 5th and 6th verse, same as the other verses, so we'll skip past that. We then get a chorus, which is almost to the end of the song, and the only difference on this is when you start with that G chord, which normally you would play where you pick the chords, this time we sustain the chord. So just strum the chord, you'll wait those 8 beats before then carrying on with the C and the G and so on. So it's just the first chord of G is sustained rather than picked. So that is the finger picking part. If you want to just strum along to the chords, then this is where we pick up from there. And what we have is a G major chord. And to play a G major, we have 3 on the E string. This is in reference to the capo. 2 on the A, 0, 0, 0 on the D, G and B, and then a 3 on the top string. And through the verse, what we do is play G, and then again, and I'm playing down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. We then have a C major chord, but with a G in the bass. So we want 3, 3, 2, 0, 1, 0. You can get away with playing regular C, but to play just like the track, we want to get that G in the bass. So it goes from G to C/G. To A minor. A minor is an open A string, 2, 2 on the D and G, 1 on the B, and an open E. Then the last chord we need of the verse is a D7, which is an open D, 2 on the G, 1 on the B, 2 on the high E. So I'll play through the full verse where I just shout out the names of the chords rather than talk over the top of it. G, C/G, A minor, D7. Later in the song we get the chorus, which is G, and then a normal C major. So it's just like that, but we take that finger from the top to there. So from G to C, back to G, C, G, and then we get this chord, which is just like a C major chord, up 1, 2. Call it a D sus chord. So let's play through that full chorus without me talking over the top. Now, if you have skipped ahead in the video to get to the chord part of the tutorial, it's worth mentioning that I've got the chord chart for this, as well as the chords and lyrics matched up, as well as the tab if you really want it, over on Patreon. Links are in the description for that, and for the price of a coffee, you get access to this song plus close to 500 other songs of the latest releases, all wrought out professionally by myself. Yeah, and for the price of a coffee, not a bad deal in my opinion. Let's dig in with the post-chorus. So the post-chorus has an E minor, which is an open E string, 2, 2 on the A and D, and 0 on the remaining strings. And what we're going to do is take that and put it there, which is on the E string fret 2, and play that. And G, C, and E minor. It carries on C, D, E minor, and then the D sus chord again. So yeah, that post-chorus, pretty full on, lots of different chords, so yeah, it might be worth checking out those links to the extra material over on Patreon. Now there is good news, looking over to the notes, verses 3 and 4 are the same as the first 2 verses that we had, the chorus and post-chorus is exactly the same again. We then get to a bridge section. Now the bridge section is pretty much the same as the post-chorus with a minor difference. We have E minor to the E minor/F sharp, which is that chord. Then we have A minor to an A/B, which is 2 on the A, 0, 0, 1 on the B, and an open E. And then a C major chord. let me play through that full bridge. And then we start to get way more repetition. 5th and 6th verse, exactly the same as all the other verses. Chorus and post-chorus, same as before. And then the final part of the song is an outro, which is just like that bridge we've just gone over. E minor, F sharp, and then the G. A minor, /B, and then a C chord. So there we go, there's 2 different ways of playing this song. You've got the finger picking part and you've got the chord part. Hopefully one of those will help you get through the song. And just one final time, if you do want all those extra sheets, the tabs, the chord chart, and the chords and lyrics matched up, head on over to Patreon, links are in the description for that. In fact, the people on the screen will get access to those 3 sheets straight away, because they're my active patrons. So thank you to them for their support, thanks to you for watching the video, and I'll catch you in the next one.